أطع أمرنا نرفع لأجلك حوجبنا.
The death of the heart is caused by one of three things. Three things that cause the death of the heart or the heart to die or become hard. The first thing is love of the world, حب الدنيا. And there's a narration, حب الدنيا رأس كل خطيئة, that the love of the dunya is at the pinnacle of every sin. Okay? And actually the word dunya, if you look at it, comes from dana, yadnu, which means to be low. So it's something which is lowly. It takes you down. And second is heedlessness of the remembrance of Allah. So we talked about in the first lesson about ihsan, to worship Allah as if you see Him. And if you can't imagine that, then know that He sees you. Then what does that mean? It means that you're in an ever state of presence with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In other words, your heart always views that you're being either witnessing Allah or that He's witnessing you. So if you're in that state, you're never going to be able to sin. But what happens is when you momentarily forget that, that's when it's possible to sin. That's called heedlessness, ghafla. So it's the opposite of being aware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because if you're aware of Him, you can't sin against Him. It's only when you're not aware of Him that you can do that. And interestingly, I remember one time one of our teachers was saying that every day people are dying on this earth. Every day, if you look around the world, every day people are dying. Yet heedlessness still remains. In other words, people are not thinking, they're not using their minds. And if you ever go to the graveyard, you'll see, and this is why you're supposed to visit the graveyard, it reminds you of death, it reminds you of your finality, that you're going to leave this world. And if you look around the graveyard, you'll see people of all sorts, of all ages. And that's a reminder that we're going to go as well one day. And I remember when he said that, people are dying all over the earth, I just thought I'll just do a little search and see how many people actually die every day. Every day, 150,000 people die all over the world, which, to put in context, is twice the Muslim population of Scotland. That's a lot of people, and that's why Sayyidina Amer said that when he would hear such and such has died, he would say to himself, there will come a day, Amer, when people say you have died, that Amer has died. So these are indications to us, signs around us all the time, that we should be really thinking about our life a bit more carefully and the fact that we will leave. Allowing the limbs to freely commit acts of disobedience, this has an impact on your heart.
أطع أمرنا نرفع لأجلك حوجبنا.